Hello students, welcome to this video. Today in this video, I'll be explaining you one of the forms of business organizations, that is sole proprietorship. Now we have total 5 forms of business organizations. The very first one is a sole proprietorship. It means it is run, owned and controlled by a single individual. Hindu undivided family business, it is a form of organization which is basically done in a joint families, and this business is carried on from generations to generations. Partnership is a form of organization where at least two or more than two partners, they join together, they form either oral partnership is done or written partnership is done, and they share their capital, and finally they share their profits and losses as well. Cooperative society is a form of organization where there is voluntary association of at least 10 adult members, and it is done for the welfare of the members. Joint stock company is the largest form of business organization, and it is very complex to form, and the procedure is very difficult, and we will be doing the explanation of it in our next video. Now let us come to our topic, that is sole proprietorship. Now students, sole here means single and proprietor means the owner. So that means a single owner. That means business owned, managed and controlled by a single owner is sole proprietorship. You can take the examples like the retail shops, you can say the beauty parlors, these all are the examples of sole proprietorship. Now come to the features of sole proprietorship. The very first one is easy formation and closure. It is easy to form because no registration is required. You can start it anytime you want, and there is no basically a long procedure to start it, and you can close it whenever you want. So there is easy formation and closure. Second is unlimited liability. Liability means the obligations. That means when the sole proprietor take debts for the business, so he has to pay them off also. So in case if the assets of the company are unable, the assets of the, you can say this form of business are unable to pay the debts of the creditors, so unlimited liability means that in this case he has to sell his personal assets in order to pay to the creditors. Then comes sole risk bearer and profit recipient. It is sole means single risk bearer. That means all the risk is borne by the sole proprietor himself. Nobody is there to share the risk. And profit recipient means if the business is running well, so he enjoys all the profits. Then comes control. Control means there is no one to share the control because a single person is running the business. So whatever the decisions are taken regarding the business, they are taken by the single owner, that is the proprietor himself. The next feature is no separate entity. No separate entity, that means it does not have any legal existence. It means that if any wrong is done in the business of the sole proprietor, so the sole proprietor himself will be responsible. For example, if a shop is run by a person named Ram, and if something wrong, illegal is happening in the business, so basically Ram is responsible for the whatever wrong has been done. So he will be liable for it. Lack of business continuity. Lack of business continuity is there because single person is running the business, and in case the person becomes ill or any sort of mishappening is there with that person, so the business has to be closed down. Nobody is going to continue that business. So these are the features. Merits, let us come to the merits. Merits mean the first merit is quick decision making. Quick decision making because he has to take all the decisions by himself. So there is not a very long procedure or a group of people whom he has to discuss. So that is by quick decision making. Confidentiality of information, because he has all the information, and whatever the information he has of his business, it remains with him only, and it has not to be shared with anyone else. So confidentiality remains in sole proprietorship. Direct incentive, it is one of the best merit of the sole proprietorship. That is why most of the people want to start this sole proprietorship business, because once if the business starts running well, so basically they get all the profits, and direct incentives are taken by the sole proprietor. Sense of accomplishment means those who want to get self-employed. Basically, sole proprietorship business is preferred by those people who don't want to go in employment. They don't want to work under anybody else. So basically, they prefer this form of business organization. So when the business runs well, so they get a sense of accomplishment. They get a sort of satisfaction that yes, we have started our business and it is running well. Then comes ease of formation of closure, as I have already explained to you, that very easy to form whenever you want to, and whenever you want to close, you can close it. These were the merits. Now let us come to the limitations. Limitations, the very first one is limited resources. Limited resources means because he has to arrange all the capital, all the resources. So that means that he has limited resources, and there are for example, in partnership firm we have number of partners to contribute the capital, but here whatever resources the sole proprietor is having, he has to start the business with that capital and those resources only. Second is limited life of a business concern. It means continuity again, because if anything happens, any mishappening is with the sole proprietor, so the business has to be closed down. So there is a limited life of the business concern up to the sole proprietor is healthy and is existing. Then the third limitation is unlimited liability. Yes, it is one of the biggest limitation, because in case if he is unable to pay the debts from the assets of the company, so he has to pay from his personal assets. He has to sell his personal assets in order to pay the debts of the creditors. Last is limited managerial ability. Limited managerial ability means, because first of all, we know that in order to start a business, it's not required that we have to take any degree. And then because sole proprietor, basically those people are coming in sole proprietorship, those who want to get self-employed, those who don't want to go in business. So basically, if a beauty parlor also is being started by a person, by a proprietor, so it may not be possible that he or she may be having all the skills to run the business. The managerial skills which are required to run the business well, it is not possible that this particular person is having all the skills. Okay, so that is why there is limited managerial ability. Just for an example, if you are in partnership, if you are running a partnership firm, it may be possible that if one partner is good in one skill, so the other partner can be good in other skill. But here it is not the case. Here he has to perform all the activities of the business. He has to look over all the concerns of the business. So it may be a case that he may not possess all the skills. So students, these were the all the features, merits and limitations of the sole proprietorship form of business. I hope you liked the video. Thank you so much, students.